Namaste yogis, welcome to Yoga and You. My name is Pallavi Rajankar and today we're going to do a really beautiful flow that focuses on the feminine energy. So you might be wondering what is this feminine energy and why are we doing yoga for it. So according to yoga, regardless of gender and sex, each of us have both masculine energies and feminine energies. Now this is different from your actual gender that you identify with or your biological sex. It's just the energy that is present in the body. Yoga calls this as Shiva and Shakti. Shiva is the masculine energy and Shakti is the feminine energy. Now the Shiva energy or the masculine energy denotes energy that's a little more rigid, while the feminine energy is a little more go with the flow. The masculine energy is a little more dominating, while the feminine energy is a little more nurturing. And it also corresponds to the right and left side of the brain, right? In yoga, what we're trying to do is not trying to say the Shiva energy or the Shakti energy, that one is more superior or inferior than the other. Instead, what we're really trying to do is bring about balance of this. So even when we do our pranayama and even when you breathe, you might notice that one nostril may be more dominant than the other. This is also a sign that the Shiva and the Shakti energy are imbalanced. So when we go about life and when we try to take decisions, we want to be a balance between rational and emotional, Shiva and Shakti. Today we're doing a feminine focused flow because in today's fast-paced world or in a man's world, a lot of women are also trying to fit into this man's world and move away from energies that are a little more feminine. And this imbalance, of course, is also going to cause certain physical and emotional problems. Okay, so let's get into it. So the first pose that we're going to go into is Kali Asana or goddess pose, quite literally named after the goddess Kali. So we're going to allow our feet to go a little wider than shoulder width. Turn the heels inwards, toes outwards. Okay, so it will look like it's parallel to the long side of the mat. Sit a little bit lower into the hips. You'll feel that stretch in the hips. Hands to the chest. Okay, we're going to sit even lower. And this is really a hip opener, right? The tendency is to move the chest forward, but keep the spine straight, move down into the flow through the hips. So we're going to stay here and we're actually going to do about 5 pulses into it to get deeper into the hips. So ready? We're going to pulse up and down for 5, 4, with each pulse try to get deeper into the hips for 3, 2, and for 1. From here, we're just going to try a slight variation. We're going to lift the heels up, toes stay on the floor. Imagine like you're wearing big high heels. Okay, so heels up. I know it's a little bit challenging, but stay for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep it down, knees straight. You'll really feel it in the thighs. Okay, so feet come closer together. Now you can turn to face the short side of the mat, coming to the front of the mat. We're going to go into Natarajasana or dancer's pose. So keeping the right leg firmly planted on the floor. Imagine like roots are growing down through the right foot. Okay, left hand bending at the left knee holds the left foot. Okay, right hand comes to eye level and slowly allowing your left foot to go up. Gaze on one point so that your body is not shaky. My yoga teacher often says, a shaky body is a shaky mind, so try to concentrate. Stay here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Slowly coming out of it. And we're going to balance by doing the same thing on the opposite side. So root down through the left foot, bend at the right knee, hand to the right foot. Hands come, left hand comes into a mudra at eye level as you slowly move down. For another 4, 3, 2. Try to lift the right leg even higher and for 1. Slowly come back. Inhale, hands go up to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. See where your hands can come as close to the floor, essentially stretching out the lower back. So allow the head to release, neck is released, holding either sides of your elbow and just sway from side to side. Releasing out the back for another 3, 4, 2. You'll feel the hamstrings all the way up to the waist, stretching out. And for 1. Slowly from here, hands come down, step the left leg back, step the right leg back. You will be in a high plank. Engage the core. Okay, from here, left foot goes to the right side of the room, right heel comes down, left foot comes to the front of the room, right hand goes up, coming into Wild-Thing Chamatkarasana. Hands on the right fingertips and stay. Push the hips up to the ceiling for 3, 2, 1. Right hand comes back down, left foot goes back into high plank. You've come here again. We're doing the same thing, balancing it out on the opposite side. So left heel comes down, right foot goes to the floor in front of you, left hand comes up to the ceiling, pushing the hips up to the ceiling. Use the grip of the right hand to push even higher for 4. Both knees are straight. For 3. For 2. And for 1. So from here, slowly bring the hips back down. And bring the right foot towards the left foot. You'll be facing the back of the mat, the short side of the mat. So from here, we're going to come into fish pose. So place the left palm below the left palm, right palm below the right palm. Okay. From here, push the palms into the floor so that the spine is straight. Super point the toes so that the toes are almost trying to touch the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine with me. Exhale, bend the elbows, rest on the elbows. Inhale, push the chest up to the ceiling. Exhale, relax the head down to the earth. Now imagine I've put one hook into your chest and I'm pulling the chest up, and on the other hand I have an opposing force trying to get the head back down. Look to the back of the room or allow the eyes to stay closed. For 4, 3, for 2, and for 1. Slowly, don't whip out of it, we don't want a blood rush. Bring the chin to the chest, untuck the hands and slowly coming back into seated. Move as slowly as you can. Okay, we're going to come into our last pose, which is Supta Baddha Konasana. So bringing your heels together into a butterfly pose, and we're also going to take Shavasana in this pose now. Okay, so it's a little more calming for that feminine energy in the body. Okay, so heels touching, toes touching, knees go wide apart. Okay, allow your back to come down onto the floor. Gently place one palm on your belly and one palm on your chest. You can adjust the Baddha Konasana, the little diamond shape in your legs, so it's a comfortable stay. With the hand on your chest, notice whether you can feel the heartbeat. And with the hand on the belly, notice what your breath is like. If the breath is quite shallow and fast, it's really a reflection of the mental state of mind. So notice whether you can slow the breath down. If this pose is uncomfortable for your knees, you can place yoga blocks or pillows underneath your knees, or if not, stay as it is. For another 4. Breathing deeply into your Shavasana. For 3. For 2. Last little breath here. And forward. Only when you feel ready. Remember, the feminine energy is not about rushing, but rather about taking your time. Whenever you feel ready, you can bring your legs outside of Baddha Konasana. Hands rest on either side of your body with your palms facing the ceiling. Allow your hands to go above your head, giving your whole body a nice big stretch. And whenever you feel ready, you can gently curl onto one side and come back into seated. There is no rush. If you feel the need to stay longer in your Shavasana, please do. This was a short flow on awakening that feminine, that Shakti energy. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.